Hello, 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 my friends. Guess where I am? I'm back in Marina Del Rey. It's been a journey from Venice to Michigan to Inglewood to Marina adjacent to my final place of residing, home sweet home with my three Ds, Daryl, Deborah, and Davino, who's here with me. You want to come up, Davino? Say hi. Introducing my new baby, Divino. He's the Synergy Unlimited mascot. Say it. Oh, we bring a lot of love with the power of synergy. What? Anything, anything is possible. So he is our divine dog. For those of you that are dog lovers, I've never had a dog. Oh my God, just lick me. I've never had a dog or a puppy. Anybody know about puppy training? You know what my life has been like. If you haven't seen me on live stream, I've been cleaning up after a puppy. So now I know what it's like. God bless all you mothers out there, regular mothers, dog mothers, everybody. I don't know how you do it. It's really hard. I'm just trying to get a hold of myself. But I'm really, really excited because we are back with the Realign for Success live stream. We used to be here at every Tuesdays for Tune In Tuesdays. And guess what? We're back and better than ever in my new office, in my new desk, my new home. Got the ocean in front, the marina in back, and a beautiful view of all of the big city in Marina Del Rey. I love it. The dog loves it. Daryl loves it. It's going to be great. So today is a very, very special moment in time. Why? Because I have a special guest. She has been a synergistic sister, partner, friend, and she is the amazing founder of the I Am nonprofit organization, which was created in 2017 with business partner Rochelle Davis. And they provide programs for women, housing for the homeless, financial education for youth. Rhonda Gregory Brent is the founder of the organization, and she shares her story today of how her nonprofit is paying it forward through the power of the two words I am. I am strong. I am powerful. I am bold. And for Women's History Month, I couldn't think of a better guest to kick off the month with than my friend Ronnie. Welcome, welcome. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, hi, I was on mute. Hi, thank you, Deborah. Thank you for that great introduction. And yes, I am the founder, the co-founder of a nonprofit by the name of I Am 1112. And as you said, what follows those two words, I am, are very important. Um, so let's kick it off. What's your first question? What do you want me to talk about?
I wanted to let everyone know how we met.
Oh,
So
okay.
why don't you begin with telling the story of how we synergistically connected as women empowering women?
Right. You know what? Our initial meeting, I really don't, we've done so much together. I really don't remember our initial meeting, but I do know that you did speak at an event that we had called I Am, uh, not I Am Woman. It was the I Am, what is this? I don't even remember the name of the event. It was in 2017. Oh my goodness. It was a women's event. Very, very powerful. Deborah came out and spoke, and the room was filled with women and touched so many people. The synergy in the room was amazing. And we've been friends ever since. And she's just a great person in my life. And those of you who follow Deborah know that she's an awesome person. That personality note is unmatched. But that's how we kind of started the ball rolling with our business relationship.
And it's really awesome because not often but sometimes do become friends with people that bring me in to speak and events. I went to Miami with one of the event planners, but you definitely bring together a unique group of women. They definitely say your vibe creates your tribe, and you and your business partner Rochelle have such a unconditional love and compassion and empathy for humans in the world, and youth and women and empowerment. And that room was just like everybody was just on the edge of their seat, just hungry for knowledge, wanting to learn. And that's where I met JC, my
Right.
other friend that was an audience member who got me the booking in Italy. I remember from that. So it was just awesome people. And I want to learn before we talk about I am about you, because the Women's History Month isn't just a month. Every day women like you are telling her story, not his.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love to hear just like a little brief background of who you are and what made you such an inspired and empowered woman.
Okay. I am a 38-year federal law enforcement officer, full time. That's my full time gig, and still working. I also am a financial person. I'm not going to get into all of that stuff, but I actually met Rochelle Davis, who is the co-founder of I Am, and I would not be where I am today without her. I just want that to be said. Unfortunately, she couldn't, participate in this event because has another appointment. But I just definitely want to give her flowers because she introduced me to a lot of the concepts that I am, coming into the knowledge of spirituality and things like that. She's a spiritual practitioner as well as Deborah. Um, so I have been in the federal law enforcement for 38 years, financial expert for 12 years, almost 13 years. And Rochelle and I used to sit around and talk and, talk about the way things going on in the world and how can we help people? What can we do to help our community reach out and build people? And that's how we kind of came up with the concept of I am, because what follows those words again are the most important words you can tell yourself. So she actually is the one that kind of spearheaded most of the foundation of I am, if you will. Before I get into all that, but that's pretty much me. I'm a grandmother. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter and a 2-year-old grandson who are my world, and that's me on a personal note. But then we can talk about I am when you're ready.
And they're beautiful. And
Oh,
you're
thank
so humble. I was reading your bio and I was like, how could you have been in the public sector for 38 years? You don't look over 40. I'm like, what did you start when
well, thank you. I'll take that.
you start when you were -2 getting
Yeah,
started?
I started early, but I'm eligible for retirement. Let's put it that way.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah.
That's so awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the inspiration for I am. I mean,
Mhm.
so what I think inspires me about you and everyone listening, I know you're going to be inspired, is so many people talk about changing the world or they have ideas about it, but it takes a different energy to put your vision into action. And
Mhm.
that's what you do with your organization, what you and Rochelle and your board do. So,
Mhm.
what was the inspiration for I Am, and how, with a full time job, full time, being a wife and a mother and a grandmother, how do you even do it? That's what I want to know.
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. How do I do it? It's a passion. I think that's what drives me. And having a business partner that's really sees not only the vision but actually feels your heart, and we both align in that way. She is great at building programs, and we just bounce ideas off of each other. So she's like the creative mind. I come up with a lot of the concepts, but she's able to build exactly what we're thinking and make it happen. And it is actually people like you, Deborah, that see what we see, and having people behind us that really believe in what it is that we're doing for the community. And there are organizations that say that they give back to the community, but we're really out there with the people. We're hitting the pavement. We're boots on the ground. We actually are out there with the people and trying to, not just trying, but making a difference in people's lives. Because it's so important, because we all know that there's issues. We know that there's problems, but we are a solution driven organization. We want to solve we can't help everybody, of course, but we want to at least help as many people that want to be helped that we can reach. Be a voice for the voiceless. You're on mute, Deborah.
Because I know you work with different groups. You work with the
Yes.
homeless, and you also work with foster youth, and you also work with women. And I know a lot of the events that I've been to have been women's empowerment based. And I'm super excited about the Vision Book Play Shop that we're going to be doing on Saturday, March 25th. So many people were asking me, what is a vision book? I have my vision book right here. How is it? I did this one with Oprah. I'll tell you about it in a minute. How is it different than a vision board? Can you talk about the event that we're going to be doing?
Okay, the vision book, the concept of the vision book it's like a vision board, but it's actually a book that you make. And that way you can put it on your nightstand or you can have it close to you, because boards are kind of big, they're big and they can be cumbersome, but this actual book you can take with you. It's portable. So yes, exactly, Deborah, that's exactly what we're doing.
This is what I did with New Relationship.
But you did that with Oprah, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the concept of the vision book. We wanted to have a kind of a different approach because a lot of people do vision boards, so we wanted to have something a little to kind of tweak it a little bit. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time, and we're just asking for a $20 donation online or at the door for our organization, so we can go give back to the community.
And what's really cool about the vision book, it's so funny when you mentioned it to me, I had forgot that I had done one with Oprah. And the reason why I forgot, because we did it January 2020, right before
Right before the pandemic, right?
I flew to Florida because remember Oprah was doing a tour with
I
Weight
do.
Watchers.
I
And
do.
it was with WW. She was getting people to enroll with Weight Watchers. And she did it with J-Lo and Gail, and ours had Lady Gaga. And I flew to Florida. Why? Because when you want to manifest your visions, you'll do whatever it takes and you'll go wherever and just to show up. And that's what we're inviting you to do. I know so many people have a lot of things going on, right? We've got multiple projects that we're working on, but what about working on ourselves, right? To
Right.
stop and take an afternoon. And it's going to be a delightful afternoon because not only are we going to work on our vision book where each page is focused on an area of your life, but we are also going to clear the blockages to what has been stopping you from manifesting up until now. Because I just opened up to the page of the relationship that I did with Oprah, which by the way, I manifested my soulmate. I guess it was during the pandemic.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was June 2022, right? So we were still wearing masks. In fact, everybody at the club where I met him ended up having COVID, including him. I didn't get it, but everybody else did.
Prince lovers.
Our Prince lovers, we won't let anything stop us, right?
Right.
Lovers, you know how we are, purple people. And so I think it's really important to identify, what are the barriers? Because I had been putting that on my vision board kind of nonchalantly for 10, 12 years, and it didn't manifest until I realized what was blocking it. So we're going to spend some time clearing those blocks so that the visions, maybe you have similar to Rhonda, a vision for your own foundation, or maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur and be a leader within your organization. Or maybe you want to have a side hustle, or maybe you just want to have more peace. It is all going to happen at this event, Saturday, March 25th. The suggested donation is $20, but you could always give I Am More. Or if you want to do a regular subscription donation, whatever you feel in your heart. It's going to be located in Inglewood. Can you tell them about the venue?
Yeah, it's a venue that actually there's limited street parking. There's street parking available. It's at the address is 1410 North La Brea Avenue in the city of Inglewood. Ample room for everyone. I encourage you to bring your mats, your yoga mats. We're going to supply pretty much most of, if not all of the supplies to make your vision book. But if there's certain things that you want to put in your vision book, please bring those things so that you can incorporate those in your personal vision book. They just truly encourage everyone to come out, bring a friend, bring some friends, because this is going to be an amazing, dynamic event.
You can see on the scroll down, there is the link for the I Am website. It's right on the home page. Don't click events, go right to the home page and you will find it. Also, it's on my website, which is deborahdarris.com/events. And I have a link that goes directly so that you can sign up. So even though everyone's welcome, everyone registers at the last minute. So pre-reserve so that we can know how many supplies to get. I encourage everyone to register right away. Don't be a manana wana and wait till the last minute so that we can make sure we have supplies for that. Always happens. So like the last 2 vision boards I had, you were there.
Yes.
You were at the one December and it was totally packed. Like nobody could fit in that crystal room. Then I did another one. And again, people were still trying to register that day and it was sold out. So I know this will be the same. So make sure that you pre-register. And I just want to hear maybe some tips that you use to help you manifest your goals and dreams. And then I'll share one of mine.
Okay. Well, before I get to that, Deborah, I also want to say men are definitely invited. I know this is Women's Month, but please, men, please come out. Everything still applies to you too. You can definitely manifest things too. But for me, I've learned to kind of block things out because life happens to all of us, and there's many distractions and things that go on daily. Just to block things out and just take time for myself and breathing is something that I'm still learning to do, just to stop and breathe and also recognize the beauty around me. I notice things, I notice birds, I notice clouds, I notice things that me being on the grind normally that I would not necessarily notice. I'm paying attention to pretty much everything now and just finding the beauty, the positive things as opposed to looking for negative things has really helped me manifest some things in my life.
Oh, I love that. So just mindfulness, gratitude, breath. Do you know my fiance and I, we do the 4x4 box breathing. When I get stressed or he gets stressed, he's like, let's take a moment and let's breathe. I taught him. And then whenever I get
say you taught him.
so it's just like you breathe in for 4, then you hold for 4, then you breathe out for 4, and then you pause for 4. And we do it 4 times. And it literally shifts your brain from sympathetic system, fight or flight stress, to parasympathetic rest and digest so that you can be cool, calm, and collected and focus your thoughts. I love that you do the breath. This morning I did something that I don't normally do. I like to do walking meditations. I walk with Dr. Joe Dispenza. I went to his week-long workshop in June, learned all of this awesome neuroscience techniques. So when I have time, Davino and I like to do like a 45-minute walking meditation. And let me tell you, Rhonda, I did a walking meditation with Davino and I dropped my keys. They just fell to the ground. And because I had done the meditation, I was, mindful even when I was walking. So I was able to go back in Venice Beach and find my keys, my car keys, my house keys. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that if I wasn't meditating, I wouldn't be able, number one, to be calm and focused and to know that I was going to find it. It was just like that practice. But this morning, not all of us have the luxury of 45 minutes. And this morning I didn't because I'm in the middle of moving. And so I did a 5-minute meditation. The Peloton app, it's such an awesome app. It's $12 a month. And they had it in Spanish. And for some reason, it just soothed my soul to do the meditation. Is that her voice? It was like, una palabra de paz. I don't know what she was
sounded like Portuguese, huh? Just singing.
Yeah. It was relaxing me, her voice. And I wasn't really paying attention to what she was saying. I was just paying attention to being peaceful. And it was just so wonderful. So, we don't have to spend a lot of time to have self-care, but I think you make such a great point that the prerequisite for manifestation is planting fertile seeds in the ground, which is mindfulness and gratitude and all the things so that we can be available for the opportunities that are always presented to us, right? When we put it into the search engine of the universe, it comes out. But if we're not mindful and calm and focused, we'll miss it. It's not that it's not. Same with people and partners, right? If we want a business partner or a life partner, if we're not present in our body, we'll miss it. So I love that you do that. And you're such an inspiration to me and to so many.
Well, thank you. You're an inspiration to me.
How
Thank
can people stay in touch with you and be able to, even if they cannot make the 25th, sorry if you can't, but we'll do more events. How can they stay in touch with you and connect with you?
Okay, our website is www.iamthatweb.org. Iamthatweb.org is our website, and my direct email is iamthat1112.rgb, which are my initials, rgb at gmail. iamthat1112.rgb@gmail.com.
Cool. And if you're listening to this now on Facebook or LinkedIn, somebody type it in the chats to make it easy for other people. And I'll also tag Rhonda in this video so that you'll be able to just follow her on Facebook easily. I'll just tag her and then you'll be able to connect with her that way and you could DM her. But I really appreciate your time. I know you're so busy today and I convinced you to come on the show.
It's okay. Thank you. It's been fun. We have to do more of these.
Yes, I love it. I love spreading the word on amazing, empowering women, making history like you. And
Thank you.
so excited about your event. I was just been so looking forward to it and doing
Yes.
the vision book technique. We got all the supplies ready for you. It really works. It really works.
It does. It does. And thank you so much, Deborah, for the platform and for also agreeing to be our speaker.
Oh, my
Yes.
pleasure. My pleasure. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you want to know how you can support and do your part, share this video. Share this video on your social media, invite people to the event. And remember, my friends, with the power of synergy, anything is possible. Ciao. See you. Saturday, the 25th, 1 to 5.